Assalamu alaikum dear friends, welcome back to another video of the another episode of the free trading tutorials. And today we are gonna be over something called the Fibonacci retracement. Now this is the tool that the traders use all the time in the trading, and this is one that I have used many times, many times, and every trader I think will use this, and I really definitely recommend this you. And this is such a whole grill that indicator that's going to make the super rich tomorrow. But today the Fibonacci has really good uses, and it's more of a tool than the indicator. I'll showing you exactly how to use it and what you can do it with it, how it's better, and potentially some strategies you can use it as well as. So guys, if you are enjoying the content, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and let's straight to into it. What's a Fibonacci retracement? It's according to the definition. So the Fibonacci retracement levels are actually the seaming from the Fibonacci sequence. So if you are familiar with the mathematics, you will know maybe a little bit about the Fibonacci, but essentially this is something that occurs in nature as well as this is a sequence that you can see not just in trading. So the retracement levels are 23.638.261 and 8% and 78.6%. So officially it's not a ratio, but the 50 is also a massively used, widely used. Now this is something that is maybe utilized with some trend guys. So because you can utilize this to a great probability risk to ratio trades. So on a trend setup, which you can know if you have been watching the series of the trend, is a key guys. Always trade with the trend. Now if you haven't already, go back, watch some of the previous content I have done on this series. If you got over 7 to 8 days before, I guess 1 week before, you will find it some useful information, especially on how to identify trends and what they will come in really handy in the episode. So let's move towards the daily chart of the Bitcoin. Now we are seeing essentially the Fibonacci phone. You can find it up on the using the trading view of click right over there. This is here you can use the Fibonacci tool. This is the Fibonacci tool. You can use it where you want to use it. Click twice, and which make a super complicated to start with, but I promise it's a quite simple if you just work on essentially what you are on the double click. If you can right click on whatever the Fibonacci is doing. I'll tell you the settings, and I'm going to work with some of the levels. Some of the levels are irrelevant in my opinion, and we don't need them. So I'm personally going to take off the 38.2, and I'm going to take off all the uncertain and one, just because there are more profit targets you can deal within it in the future. So I'm just going to leave mostly this level. In fact, what I think 0.5 to 0.6 is the major level you can go. So I'm going to use this level 0.5 to 0.6. We want to use, these are the main levels we can use it or now. This is the main levels that I'm going to use in this video. Hopefully these level are from 0.5 to 0.6 kind of main level you want to looking. So at this point maybe all you want to focus, we are just get starting right now on the Fibonacci tool. While selecting the Fibonacci tool, we will first of all we point out the zones from where we have to start. When you are getting start with the Fibonacci zones, the idea is that the price at the some point bounce off one of these zones if you draw it from a retracement. Now so I'm going to teach you right now. Essentially it's a trend continuation. It's a trend continuation tool. So once you see a break of the structure or some type of a push in the right in the direction that you want to see, where you can utilize the Fibonacci tool, where you can utilize the other things that I have been talk about in the past my videos, and they're really beneficial. Once you have the trend, you can utilize them. the Fibonacci. Now one thing I want to show you is the indicator, that is the super trend indicator. From this point, it will be easy for the trend indicator video. Definitely go out and watch my videos with a great idea of them, when to buy and when to sell. This is a video for this, and I think it'll show you the four hourly of a. You can see, you can go higher with the trend. This is the comes in absolutely perfectly. So you can move it from the lower to the higher point of view. So guys, if the 4 hourly chart, for example, around $23,000, once you can draw the Fibonacci. Now a lot of the people will have a lot of the different ways to draw it. So some people will draw it from the most recent, from the high to the low, and from the low to the high. So like this, some people will do it like from the absolutely low, from the main low in the previous trend. That is what I do the we'll drag it from the lower point to the higher high. So you can see the absolutely 0.5 comes 0.5 to 0.16. You can see here I did it a retrace and little deeper, but overall, what as long we don't go below, we are gonna say that your stop loss. And you can see you literally just trade just like this, and you set a buy trade in the middle of these two levels, where you can stop loss and take profit at the top, and this is perfectly good trade. However, I like to aim for a bit more towards the risk and reward ratio. This may be a good thing for the ones you just learn how to draw it. Once you can, again, let's find another example of that. So moving towards, you can take the Fibonacci from the low, and you can draw it from a high point. You can take it from the low point. Wait, I'll show you by zoom. This you can take it from the previous low to a high. I think this will be the low point, and you can move it towards the higher point. So what to draw, because this is there, but for me, I just do think that drawing all the way like that make a sense. Then of course you can use this the other way as well. For example, you could do something like this, where you see the sell from the low to, you can take it from the high, from high to the low, and those you can see as price come to those levels and moves away. Now this is not going to work, guys. These are not 100% accurate, and you can see, you are able to spot many times this chart, and where doesn't work. For example, if you can see, this doesn't work. The price comes into this level and it doesn't move away. So you don't have to be very careful. You don't have to be very particular while drawing. A little tip of the drawing the Fibonacci is to utilize the zigzag plus indicator that utilize in turn, and I have told you in many of times my videos about the zigzag indicator. You find it very much useful. I'll utilize that zigzag plus. This will very much help you in finding the Fibonacci retracement, and many of them don't know about that. So you can see over here the drag, the way like this trend, and you perfectly comes back into the move, and we can see this time and time again zigzag pattern over there, crossing the pivot super trend, and we are using the zigzag indicator right now. So the Fibonacci is where you are moving into a new or the fresh trend when you have those nice pullbacks before moving higher. Because if you do it in a trend that's already run its, of course you may end up and seeing the price comes back and again against itself. And if you don't do it, if when a trend hasn't been formed, you can make it by yourself and seeing a using trend. So that's pretty much good, and Fibonacci indicator definitely showing you, I'll showing you, and you guys will find it more. So moving towards the Fibonacci, you can find it from the lower to high points. I'll show you. in the 4 hourly chart. So this is the lower point, and from this point we'll move the Fibonacci from the lower to the higher point. And I would use the zigzag indicator definitely as a way to help your drawing, especially when starting out and you have a good idea of where high ends and lows are. So you can also use the super trend, and you can move towards over there. So this is the basically Fibonacci, and you can use how the structure the rest of the trade anyway. So guys, if you enjoy this episode, I would like to leave a thumb button and subscribe to the channel for more. If you're going to the next video, very coming very shortly. So if you watching my videos, you will find it very much useful. Share it with your friends and family. Hit the like button, like, subscribe, and share my channel, and absolutely join my Telegram channel for the free signals, free to learn to earn. Till then, take care. Allah Hafiz.